Hari Om. Let's start with the prayer. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsachanura Mardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Tvameva Mata Cha Pitattvameva Tvameva Bandhusya Sakhattvameva Tvameva Vidya Dravidam Tvameva Tvameva Sarvam Amadeva Deva Tvameva Sarvam Gurudeva Deva. Hari Om. We are doing the Panchadashi, 6th chapter of Vidyaranya Swami, where currently now we are discussing what is Atma. Here Vidyaranya Swami giving a different, people have different opinions about what Atma is. So we have discussed about, some people say it is a physical body Atma, others no, Prana is Atma, then comes Manomaya is Atma, mind is Atma, then it says intellect is Atma, and says now it is the sparkling intellect called Vijnanamayam is the one that's really Atma. And followed by Sunyavadin says, if something is walking, there has to be somebody who knows all that. So that bottom line, Adhishtanam, is Atma. And that Adhishtanam is, you can't say anything, therefore we call it Sunyam, is non-describable, and therefore it's none of that, of anything that we know of, therefore it is Sunyavadam. And now we are talking about the Jainism outside the Vedantic tradition. Now before that we talked already Buddhism, so we are talking about Jainism now. So 78, Anur Mahan Madhamo Ichchevam Tatrapi Vadinaha Bahuda vivadantehi Shruti Yukta Samasrayat together. Anur Mahan Madhamo Ichchevam Tatrapi Vadinaha Bahuda vivadantehi Shruti Yukti Samasrayat. So Tatrapi, even with respect to Atma as its existence, there are different Vadinaha, different philosophers have proposed different things based on, some people say it is of the size of atoms. Others say no, it's not that small, it's a little bit medium size, Madhyamaha. And some people say no, it is neither small nor medium, it's tremendous, it is Mahan, it is all inclusive, that is what Atma is. Iti evam, in this way, Bahuda, many ways, Shruti Yukti Samasraya, they take the shelter of, in different ways, Shruti, Yukti, and this is a Bahuda, variety of ways. Shruti, they take the help of Shruti and also sometimes use the Yukti, logic also, to negate the previous theories, and Samasrayat, so taking help. So Vivadamtehi, so indeed provide different explanations, each trying to selectively use the scriptural statement to justify their theory. That's essentially. So what is that Atma? Oh, it is of the atom size. The other fellow says, no, it's not of the atom size, it's intermediate size. It's neither intermediate nor it is everything included, it is infinite, is a different, and each one takes the help of some scriptural statement to support their theory. That's what here Vidyaranya is giving a generic view. And who says Anam? He says in 79, Anam Badantyantaraalaha Sukshmanadi Pracharataha Ramno hi sahasrabhagena tulyasu pracharichayam together. Anum vadantyantaraalaha sukshmanadi pracharataha romnaha sahasrabhagena tulyasu pracharichayam. So he says, Antaralaha, some known as people are called Antarala, that is a quote unquote name of the people. Sukshmanadi Pracharitaha, because the nerve systems are, bigger nerves, smaller nerves. It's like a smallest nerves that is going to every cell, and since I am conscious of through the nervous system, and Atma has to be going through all for me to be conscious of what's happening. So every the branch of this sub-branch or finest branch of the nervous system is conscious of things, and consciousness, Atma, should be able to go through. Therefore, it is of the size of atom. Anuhu Vadan. These are called because of the logic they use. And what size of the Anu? This is Sahasra Bhagena Tulyasu Prasurityam Romnaha. So it is if you take a hair, the cross section of the hair, and divide the hair cross section by 1,000 parts, and Anu is that is the smallest size you can think of, and Tulyasu, if that size is what and therefore it's able to move around in all the nervous system. Obviously the thickness of the smallest nerve size is bigger than the 1,000th of the hair. So that's why, therefore it is of the nature of Anu. That is their theory. And they use the scriptural statement also. Anoraniyan esho nuhu. Anoraniyan esho nuhu. Sukshmat shukshmataram tvitaha. Sukshmat shukshmataram tviti. Anutvam ahuhu shrutayaha. Anutvam ahuhu shrutayaha. Satasodha sahasrashaha. Satasodha sahasrashaha. Together. Anoraniyan esho nuhu. Sukshmat shukshmataram tviti. Anutvamahuhu shrutayaha. Satasodha sahasrashaha. So, by the way, even the Vishishtadvaita feels it is of the size of the smaller than this analogy is used, where it's smaller than taking the hair cross section and divide into 1,000 parts, and it is smaller than that is the size of the Atma. And at the same time is Sarvagata also. They say it pervades everything also. At the same time it is smaller than smallest. Why? Scripture says so. And Anoraniyan, Anaha Aniyan, it is smaller than the Anu, therefore smaller than the atom. Yesha, this Atma, and of the size of the atom. Sukshmat Shutmataram. It says Sukshmam is explained as is a small, and Sukshmataram is smaller than the smallest that you can think of. Whereas the Sukshmam is explained in the Advaita as subtleness, like mind is subtler than the gross body. So subtle material is different from a gross material, and subtle material pervades the gross material. So prana is subtler than the Annamaya Kosha. Senses are subtler than this one. So like the mind is subtler than the sense organs, and intellect is subtler than the mind. That's how that subtleness is being defined, whereas here subtle Sukshmam word is used to define the size-wise smaller than the smallest. And scripture says so. Anoraniyan is also smaller than the small Anu, and Sukshmataram, it is smaller than the smallest. Anutvam Ahu, therefore it is of the size of, is as though it's like an Anu. And Srutayaha, and the script is declared by the Shrutis in Satasotaha in 100 ways, and Sahasrasaha, and even in 1,000 ways it has defined that it is smaller than. Therefore, the Vishishtadvaita, Bhagavan Ramanuja also says the size of the Anu is is smaller than the hair splitting out 1,000 times. So this is a theory, not only the Jain theory, but even the Visishtadvaita subscribes to this Anu size of Atma. But Paramatma is different. Paramatma is infinite. Anu is only a speck in that. So he is one of the, it forms a body of the whole Paramatma also. That's how they define the Atma. 81. Balagrasata bhagasya satata kalpitasya cha bhago jivaha savigneyaha iti chaha parasrutihi together. Balagrasata bhagasya satata kalpitasya cha bhago jivaha savigneyaha iti chaha parasrutihi. Jivaha bala agrasata bhagasya. This is what essentially described. This is a 100th part of the head of the hair. Bala agra sata bhagasya satata kalpitasya. Further imagine 1/10 of that. 100th of that imagine, and 100th of that is cha bhagaha, saha jivaha, that is jiva size. So it is a head of the cross section is the what you call head of the hair, that is not at the bottom, it is smaller, because head also becomes smaller as it becomes on the other end. At the bottom end where it sticks to the skin, it is thicker compared to the one at the edge of it. It is still growing. So there, if you take that head and then that cross section there, then divide 100th and then further divide another 100, and that is essentially the size of Atma. Saha jivaha vigya. It has to be known as jiva. Iti cha aparasrutihi ahuhu. In there, the higher Shrutis declare that that is what it is so. Therefore, it is smaller than the smallest that you can think of. This is what some of the philosophers define what is Atma. So next philosopher says, no, it's not of the size of Atma, it is the size of the size of the body. Digambara madhyamastvam ahuhu apadamastakam chaitanya vyapti sandrustehe anakhagrasruterapi together. Digambara madhyamastvam ahuhu apadamastakam chaitanya vyapti sandrustehe anakhagrasruterapi. So Digambaraha, these are one particular Jain sect are called Digambaras. Apadamastakam, since one is conscious of from the head to from the feet all the way to the head, padam to the head, anywhere you touch you are conscious of it. That means Atma has to be pervading all over. So it is size of, since you outside the body you are not conscious, inside the body anywhere you touch you are conscious. So Atma is of the size of the body. So because they have that logic. So Digambaraha, Madhyama, they are called Madhyamaha. So from Atma, it's the size of to the human body. And if you go to from the infinity, human size is very small. So Digambaraha, Madhyamastam, Ahuhu, Apadamastakam, it pervades one is conscious of from the head to the toe. Therefore, the Chaitanyam Vyapti, it will be Sandrushta. Everybody knows that the consciousness pervades from the tip of the toe to the top of the head. Therefore, Atma has to be pervading the whole thing. So therefore, it is of the size of the Atma of the body. Anakhagra Sutehe. So as per the Suti statement, this is the definition of the size of the Atma. So 83. Sukshmanadi pracharastu, Sukshmanadi pracharastu, Sukshmauravayavair bhaved, Sukshmairavayavair bhaved, Sukshmairavayavair bhaved, Stula dehasya hastabhyam, Stula dehasya hastabhyam, Kanchuka pratimokavatu, Kanchuka pratimokavatu. Together. Sukshmanadi pracharastu, Sukshmauravayavair bhavet, Stula dehasya hastabhyam, Kanchuka pratimokavatu. Stula dehasya of the gross body, hastabhyam of the hands, Kanchuka pratimokavatu, like the entry of the sleeves in the shirt. So when the hand goes through the sleeves of the shirt, so sleeve accommodates the hand also. So the Kanchuka pratimokavatu, like the entry of the sleeves of the shirt, Sukshma avayavo, the subtle state of Sukshmanadi pracharaha, the penetrate Atma in the Narsu Bhave. So entry, just as the hand enters into the sleeves, in the same way the Atma enters into the every nadi also as the subtle aspect of it involved. So entry of arm into the self of the shirt are considered as the analogy of the entry here. Similarly, entry of the Atma in the capillaries is considered as the pervasiveness of the Atma. It pervades everywhere, including all the way body as well as the nerve system also. This is the theory here. So 84. These are all definitions which are only for the understanding that is not Atma. Nyunadika sarireshu praveshopi gamaihi praveshopi gamagamaihi atmam shanam bhavettena atmam shanam bhavattena madhyamastha vinischitam. Together. Nyunadika sarireshu praveshopi gamagamaihi atmam shanam bhavattena madhyamastha vinischitam. So nyunya adhikareshu, in the different bodies, the smaller and bigger, pravesha, the entry of Atma, api anta amshanad, by subtle aspect of Atma, gama agama, entering and leaving bhavid. So because of its subtleness, whether it's a big body, small body, any body, it can go and come back. Is possible because it is not a gross material to enter and obstructed by the body. It is subtleness that pervades. Like X-rays, it can go inside the body also, but X-rays do not penetrate the bone, but this goes also in the bone, in the subtler than the X-rays. Therefore, it can penetrate. So, gama agama, entering and leaving bhaved, possible. It is because of the Madhyavattam ministry. So, no question can be raised in terms of this because it is a pervasiveness is not compromised. It is of the size, but it is of the nature of subtlety. Therefore, it can pervade everywhere. So 85. Samshasya gatavannapi gadavannasho samsayasya gadavannasho bhavacchevam tatasati. Sa amsasya gadavannasho bhavacchevam tatasati. Krutanasha krutabhyagamayoho Krutanasha krutabhyamagamayoho Kovarako bhaved. So here Samsasya Gatavannasho Bhavacchevam tathasati Krutanasha akrutabhya gamayoho Kovarako bhaved. Samsasya, So of Atma with the Amsha, with parts, Gatavat Nashaha Bhavati, if Atma has a parts, Gatavat Nashaha Bhavati, like a part, it gets destroyed. Eva, destruction. Tata Sati. So this being so, Krutanashaha Akrutaha Abhagyamoho, of the following two fallacies in the logic, there will be no effect without a cause, or there is no cause without an effect will happen, because effect without a cause is not possible. So there is a logical fallacy. So no way Atma can be the size and shape of the body. If the body dies, Atma dies. Just as a pot goes away, it goes away. So therefore, there cannot be a body without the effect. There cannot be effect without the body. So this cannot be illogical. Therefore, you cannot say it is of the size of the body. It should be subtler than that. Something maybe. So it is a subtler than the karma. And the way it is, how will the results will become for the karma? If the body dies and it also dies, then where is the karma, to whom it belongs to, and how can we be born? All those questions will arise. So these are all the logical questions that are raised for against different theories that are proposed. It's just for academic interest. So 86. Tasmad Atma Mahaneva. Tasmad Atma Mahaneva. Naivanurnapi Madhyamaha. Naivanurnapi Madhyamaha. Akashavat Sarvagataha. Akashavat Sarvagataha. Niramshashruti Sammataha. Niramshashruti Sammataha. Together. Tasmad Atma Mahaneva. Naivanurnapi Madhyamaha. Akashavat Sarvagataha. Niramshashruti Sammataha. So here the third people says it's not of the Anu, nor of the Madhyama. It is all pervading, infinite. That is what the nature of Atma. And this is what he is making conclusion here. Tasmad, therefore, Atma Mahaneva. Therefore, Atma is always only and infinite only. Na eva anuhu napi madhyama. Neither is this smaller than anu size nor intermediate size. It is infinite size. That is the correct theory. And it is like a akashabatu sarvagataha. Like a space, it is all pervading. Sarvagataha means it is infinite. Like space. Niramshaha, it doesn't have any parts, because a space doesn't have any parts. Even though we may divide for our convenience, this is my house, this is my space, and that's your space, but mine and your space all in the space only, and that space cannot be divided. Only for transactional purposes we may make this is my space and that your space, and so on and so forth. And that's only the truth is the akasha cannot be divided. So niramshaha akashavatu. And Shruti Sammata, and this statement is Shruti Sammataham. This is in agreement with the statement of the Shruti. So what is this? What is the conclusion here? Conclusion, it is neither of anu size nor intermediate size. It is infinite size. It is like an akasham, but it is a subtler. It cannot be divided, and that is what is the nature of. And sarvagata, it is infinite nature, and therefore it is what has to be taken as understanding. Sloka 87. Ityuktva taddisesheshu. Ityuktva taddiseshetu. Bahuda kalaham yayuhu. Bahuda kalaham yahuhu. Achidrupeta chidrupaschid. Atichidrupeva chidrupaschid. Chitrupaschid. Chitarupa ichyapi. Achitarupa achitrupa ichyapi. Chitrupaha. Achitrupa ichyapi. Together. Ityuktva taddiseshetu. Bahuda kalaham yayuhu. Achidrupeta chitrupaha. Achitrupa ichyapi. Iti ukta, having this established, Tat Visheshetu, about its essential nature of Atma, Bahuda in many ways, Kalaham, there are arguments and disagreements. You can see it in the logic and discussions in the Vedantic discussions. And Yayuhu, it is seen to be Achit Rupaha, Ata Achit Rupaha. It is of the nature of inert entity or its nature of conscious entity. Ivi api also there are being considered. So is it a Chit Rupam? Like Akasha is a Achit Rupam. Akasha is the inert entity. Tasmatva Atma Akasha Sambhutaha. Akasha come from that. So being inert entity came, therefore the other one also has to be inert, because inert produces inert. And how can conscious entity produce inert things? Therefore, this is also considered as inert also. So here other Mimamsa theories are going to be presented now. 88 sloka. Prabhakarastarkikascha, Prabhakarastarkikascha, Prahurasyachidatmatam, Prahurasyachidatmatam, Akashavadravyamatma, Akashavadravyamatma, Sabdavad Gunaschitihi, Sabdavad Gunaschitihi, Gadan. Prabhakarastarkikascha, Prahurasyachidatmatam, Akashavadravyamatma, Sabdavat Gunaschitihi. So here Prabhakaraha. Prabhakara is the one who follows Prabhakara. Who is Prabhakara? This is what you hear in the traditional description of Bhattas and Prabhakaras. Prabhakara is actually a disciple of Bhatta. Bhatta is the one Shankara went and he was really on the firebed because he felt he has committed a sin. What kind of sin he committed? Because he went to learn the Buddhism as though he is a disciple and believes in Buddhism. So he learned everything, and just so that he can negate all their arguments logically. And since he deceived his teachers, who are the Buddhists, saying that I am a Buddhist, in order to learn, he felt he committed. So he himself, self-immolation he was trying to do. At that time Shankara goes there for argument, and he said, you go and discuss this with his disciple and not Prabhakara. Obviously the different disciple that Shankara had almost like 18 days of discussion, and therefore that Bhatta, they are all the Purvapakshis, that is essentially not Purvapakshi. So the Purva Mimamsa, that means they subscribe to Karma Yoga, big part, because that is the biggest part of Vedas, and they are followers of Karma Kanda, and the Prabhakara is disciple of Bhatta but disagrees with many aspects of it. So separate the group formed as the followers of Prabhakara, different from followers of Bhatta. And Prabhakara, after all, the Bhatta has deceived his teachers. So Prabhakara learned that also. He did not agree with his own teacher and formed a separate sect. So Prabhakaraha, the followers of Prabhakara, as well as Tarkikaha, and also the Tarkika means logicians. Who are logicians? Nyaya Vaiseshika. Nyaya and Vaiseshika, they are two different people, and they both agree in many of these things. So they are grouped together as a logicians, and they are called Tarkikaha. And therefore Prabhakaraha as well as the Tarkikaha together, Asya of Atmasya, that means about the Atma, Achit Atmatam, it is of the nature of inert. So that is their theory. Atma is infinite but inert entity. Like Prahu, they say, Atma Akashavat Dravyam. It is a material, and therefore it is like Akasham, and any material is inert. Therefore it is like a Akasha, it is Achit Rupam. So it is of the nature of unconscious entity. And Tad Gunam is what is Sabdavatu, is what is its property? Property is the Sabdam. Sabdam means the sound is the property. So according to Vedanta, at least according to Mimamsa, the sound is the property of the Akasha, because through space only I hear. Actually they didn't know, but actually not through space you need a medium. You need if there is only air, if it is a vacuum, you cannot hear it. But according to their philosophical tradition, space, the hearing is a property of the space. And you have Sabda, Akasha, Vayu, Agni, Apa, Prithvi. So Sabda, Sparsa, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. So these 5 gunas come from 5 of these. So first one is Akasha Sabda. Akasha Vayu includes both of them. Sabda plus something else also. Sabda Sparsha. Touch is also coming. You can feel when the hot air comes or cold air comes, you can feel it. That's why it's the property of the Sparsha. Like that, the property of the Akasha is Guna. Same way, they subscribe that consciousness is like space and it has a property and infinite, and it is a property of the Sabdam is its property. So we'll continue on that, how other philosophers agree with that or disagree with that. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Sishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.